He's like my dad in a lot of ways. Once he and I got together, I knew that the combination was going to be magical.
We've had an unbelievable chemistry.
Really?
Sitting next to me right now is the best singer in the world.
This is not a drill. Clive Davis is dead. Right now, everybody line up, oldest to youngest. What happened? Get the biopics out now. He cannot hurt you anymore. He has no power over you.
For years, people have been fascinated by the mysterious note that Whitney Houston reportedly handed to Brandy in front of Clive Davis shortly before Whitney was found dead in her hotel room. The incident has fueled countless rumors and debates, with many wondering what the note actually said and whether it contained an important message. According to the claims in this story, Brandy kept her promise for years and never revealed its contents. However, it is now being alleged that she is finally ready to speak out. The story also claims that artists are becoming more willing to discuss their past experiences, and that a documentary connected to Clive Davis could reveal new information. Some even believe the note points to possible foul play in Whitney's death. These claims remain unverified, but they have sparked fresh interest and renewed discussion online as people continue searching for answers.
Whitney Houston. Now, I knew you had a connection to her, but I didn't realize, and you write in the book, that shortly before her death, you had a lengthy phone call with her.
I did.
What was that call?
It mattered so much to me because I got a chance to tell her everything I hadn't told her, just how much she inspired me, how much I loved her, her impact in my life. And yeah, it was an emotional conversation. I didn't know it was going to be my last time speaking to her.
According to the story, Clive Davis has passed away at the age of 94 after reportedly battling respiratory problems. His publicist confirmed that he died peacefully at his home in Manhattan, New York, following his death. His family released a heartfelt statement describing him as a legendary music executive whose vision, talent, and dedication helped shape the careers of many of the biggest artists in modern music. They said his influence on the music industry would continue to be remembered for generations because of the countless singers and musicians he discovered, mentored, and supported throughout his long career. Despite the tributes, reactions to his passing have been mixed. Many people believe he deserves respect for the enormous impact he had on popular music and for introducing audiences to some of the world's most successful performers. Others, however, have criticized his role in the music business. Over the years, some artists and critics have claimed that record labels often used unfair contracts that allowed executives to earn millions while performers struggled financially. People frequently point to artists such as TLC and Toni Braxton, who publicly faced serious financial difficulties despite their commercial success, as examples of those industry problems. The story also includes allegations that Clive influenced other powerful music executives and helped shape the way the business operated. These claims remain unverified and should be treated as opinions rather than established facts. The story goes on to focus on Whitney Houston, who met Clive Davis at the Sweetwater nightclub in 1983, impressed by her talent. He signed the 19-year-old singer to Arista Records and became one of the most important figures in her career. He helped introduce her to key people in the industry and worked closely with her on her self-titled debut album, which became a massive worldwide success. Whitney later admitted that they often disagreed over which songs she should record, but she also spoke respectfully about him, describing him as an industry father figure whose advice, experience, and guidance played a major role in.
What was it? What did you see in him? What made him different? Why Clive Davis?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom, his know-how. For a lot of artists, I wanted the guidance. I wanted to know, what made a hit record, and what made me, special, and it could be any song.
As Whitney Houston's career reached incredible heights, her relationship with Clive Davis reportedly became more complicated. According to the story, the guidance that once helped launch her career eventually began to feel limiting as Whitney wanted more creative freedom and greater control over her own music. By 2012, it is claimed that the two were no longer as close as they had been during the early years of her career. During that period, one of the people Whitney reportedly trusted the most was Brandy. The two first met in 1995 and quickly developed a strong friendship. Whitney became both a mentor and a source of encouragement for Brandy throughout her career. Their bond grew even stronger when Whitney helped Brandy land the role of Cinderella in the 1997 television movie, allowing Whitney to play the fairy godmother alongside her. According to the story, during an interview that Brandy was doing with Monica and Clive Davis, Whitney unexpectedly arrived. Most people believed she was simply there to support everyone. She spoke briefly with Clive, and Monica mentioned that she had almost drowned earlier that day, and then quietly handed Brandy a note before giving Clive a hug. The story further claims that Whitney even asked her daughter, Bobby Christina, to hug Clive as a distraction, giving Brandy a private moment to read the note without attracting attention. These claims are part of the story and have not been independently verified.
Noticing.
I'm just saying love it because I can't. I love it. This is my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see her. Come say hi to Come say hi to your godfather. Come say hi to your goddad.
According to the story, after the interview ended, Brandy and Whitney Houston reportedly spent nearly 3 hours talking on the phone. Just 2 days later, Whitney passed away, making Brandy one of the last people believed to have spoken with her. Since then, many fans have wondered what was written in the note Whitney handed to Brandy, and why she felt it was so important. Brandy had always said she would keep the note private and only revealed that Whitney promised she was going to get better. The story further claims that after Clive Davis' death, Brandy began reconsidering her silence because she had allegedly been afraid of speaking out. These claims remain unverified and should be treated as speculation rather than established fact.
In that 1995 meeting in Beverly Hills in the home of Clive Davis, who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston, I said it. His days are numbered.
In 2012, Brandy and Monica reunited to promote their song ****, It All Belongs to Me, ****, bringing the famous duo back together after years apart. According to the story, Monica still had a strong professional relationship with Clive Davis at the time and reportedly wanted his approval before recording the collaboration with Brandy. The story claims that Clive supported the project because he hoped to strengthen his relationship with Brandy and possibly convince her to work with one of his record labels in the future. According to these allegations, Whitney Houston learned about this situation and became concerned. The story claims that she quickly went to see Brandy during an interview to privately warn her. It further alleges that the note Whitney handed to Brandy contained a message telling her to stay away from Clive Davis and avoid signing any agreement that could limit her creative freedom. There is no verified evidence confirming the contents of the note, and these claims remain speculation. The story goes on to claim that when Whitney first signed with Arista Records, many of the people working on her team were closely connected to Clive Davis. While this was presented as a way to surround her with experienced professionals, the story suggests that many of them were also loyal to the record label. According to the allegations, Whitney eventually felt that she had less control over her career than she wanted, even as her success continued to grow around the world. The story also revisits Whitney's reported attempts to collaborate with Michael Jackson. It claims that Michael invited Whitney to record a duet for ****, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, ****, and that she was interested in the opportunity. However, the collaboration never happened. The official explanation at the time reportedly involved scheduling conflicts. Later, when Whitney wanted Michael to appear on ****, If I Told You That, ****, the collaboration again failed to happen. The story alleges that Whitney believed these missed opportunities were intentional because working closely with Michael, who had significant control over his music and business decisions, might have encouraged her to seek greater independence. These allegations have never been proven. According to the story, Whitney admired artists who owned more of their music and had greater control over their careers. It claims that instead of supporting those ambitions, the label preferred projects and benefited its own business interests. The story further alleges that this created growing tension between Whitney and the people managing her career. The story also discusses Whitney's record-breaking contract with Arista Records in 2001. It claims that the agreement was worth around $100 million, with part of the money reportedly paid upfront and the remainder tied to future album performance. The story alleges that the label expected Whitney would not fully meet the contract's conditions, making it less likely that the entire amount would ever be paid. It also claims that the label reduced promotion for some of her later albums, although those allegations have not been substantiated. As Whitney faced personal struggles and health challenges, the story claims her career became increasingly difficult. It notes that her vocal abilities were affected over time, making it harder for her to perform at the same level that had made her a global superstar. According to the story, financial pressures also continued to grow. Finally, the story makes several serious allegations about Whitney's recording contract and the events surrounding her death. It claims that the contract included provisions related to advances and obligations after an artist's death and suggests that Clive Davis may have anticipated what was coming because he continued with a pre-planned event at the same hotel after Whitney passed away. These allegations have not been verified by credible evidence. Whitney Houston's death was officially ruled an accidental drowning, with heart disease and cocaine use listed as contributing factors by the medical examiner. The claims presented in this story remain speculative and should not be treated as established fact.
Well, you're a very small minority, because if you knew Whitney better, you knew she was not there to perform.
Yeah.
This was her favorite night of the year. She came out every year. This party was so part of her.
So you're saying that she
so that the family, we spoke to representatives of Pat, who was a manager, and Gary, who was her brother.
Her body was still upstairs.
But we dedicated the evening. Whitney would have wanted this party to go on any more than the Grammys should stop.